Well, new at 11, trucks hitting the Onondaga Lake Parkway Bridge. It just keeps happening. The state owns the road below, but a Department of Transportation project to improve safety on the parkway announced 2 years ago is still just a proposal. Now there's a Western New York City that's actually fixing the problem that leaders here in Central New York seem unable to do. Investigative reporter Mary Keeler has the story tonight.
Along Young Street in the city of Tonawanda sits this CSX-owned railroad bridge.
If you hear a big boom and you live right around here, right in this neighborhood, you're going to tell yourself, yeah, another truck got stuck under there.
Since 2000, dozens of scenes like these. Trucks that are too tall getting sliced open on top. I met Dennis Voles near the bridge when I went to see it for myself.
What would you say if I told you that this bridge since 2000 has been hit 65 times?
I would believe you.
City of Tonawanda Mayor John White lives just down the street from the bridge.
It's always, here we go, another one, bridge 65, truck 0. We've learned that signage just doesn't work. We had UB come in and do a study years ago, and they put additional signs, color signs, nice big bright ones, way ahead of time, half a mile down the road. It still doesn't work.
Sound familiar? That's because the Syracuse area has its own CSX bridge along the Onondaga Lake Parkway. The bridge strikes, thankfully with no serious injuries in recent years, are popular memes shared on social media, 39 times since 2017. 2 years ago, the State Department of Transportation announced plans to improve the parkway, reducing the speed limit, adding a median, and reducing 2 lanes along part of the parkway down to 1. There was no update on a start date or construction plans from the state DOT. Our reporting uncovered there are GPS systems that can redirect commercial trucks from the area. State Assemblyman Al Sturpey says it might take federal regulations from Congress to get real change. Back in the Buffalo area, Mayor White feels the pressure to keep people safe.
Everybody's got answers, but it's the people that have to pay for it. Is the bottom line. We can't come up with the money for something like that. So we're just
to go higher.
You gotta go higher.
So that's what they did with Congressman Brian Higgins.
A $1.2 million earmark from the bipartisan infrastructure law.
The news announced in July means this bridge will soon have infrared cameras on either side thanks to this federal grant. The city of Tonawanda will help with some underground work needed to install the system.
It's new technology. It's being developed toward implementation in 2024. It provides immediate, real-time warning to a driver that they're about to hit the bridge, and therefore should stop and take whatever corrective actions in terms of rerouting.
Digital blinking signs, so when it goes past a certain area prior to the bridge, the digital signs will light up. It'll scan your truck, and if your truck is a certain height, the lights come on automatically to alert you. I mean, it's going to be like, Christmas and July, August, September. At nighttime, it'll really flash up.
Congressman Higgins hopes there's more collaboration between all parties, too, telling me it's not acceptable for CSX to claim what happens under their bridges isn't their responsibility.
CSX could do a much better job in cooperating with communities, and they don't do that.
While the wait continues to get the cameras installed, the bridge is still a truck target. This Amazon truck nearly hit the bridge while I was there, but the driver hopped out, deciding to turn around and not risk it. It's anybody's guess when the next strike could happen, but leaders in Tonawanda say they feel for us along the parkway too. Mayor White with a message for people and lawmakers here.
Keep it out there that it's a concern, and somebody will catch on to it.
CBS 5's Tegan Browns with the live eye and Clay to tell us more.
Michael, right now, Micron is just a promise for the land behind me, but right near where I'm standing, business and property owners are already making bets about how much money people will pay to get that land. Looking at this property on the corner of Stearns Road and State Route 31, how much would you guess it costs? Well, what if I told you it came with 2.2 acres? And what if I told you it will sit right across the street from Micron? If you had to guess how much this house is selling for, how much would you guess it's selling for?
It's over in the property where the Micron's going?
Yep.
I would probably say about 400, 500,000 with Micron going in there.
Try about 4 times that. It's worth over $2 million.
That's sick. Honey, we should have bought property over there.
So what makes this land so expensive? Well, Hunt realtor Chip Hodgkins says it's the only corner between Burnett and Stearns, and that carries a lot of power.
People that are questioning the price of this property, I don't think they quite understand the magnitude of what Micron's going to be bringing, the number of cars that are going to be going through this, the demand for all this land right here to have access to a corner. That's where this land really becomes the most valuable.
While the land is mostly empty, minus a small house, this corner could be home to a number of things.
If we're going to have another 200,000 to 400,000 more people living here, we need more restaurants, more gas stations. We need 34 more gas stations.
Even though this property's gone way up in market value, it will take some time before surrounding home and landowners can see an increase of their own.
If you're within the 1 mile radius of this plant, it's hitting now, but it's only hitting about 10 to 25%. In 2 to 5 years, you're going to be seeing 50%, 70% growth in property value. That's when it will really hit. But right now, anything beyond 5 miles from here, it's really not affecting it.
Talking to Chip, he said that before Micron was even an idea, that property would have only been worth about $180K at max. But of course, with Micron across the street, that value goes up. Chip also told me that he has about 7 people who have come to him with interest in buying the property right now. And all of those buyers are either out of state or out of the country. Reporting in Clay, I'm Tegan Brown.
You know, the listed value, the asking price of the house, that's one thing, which is sort of going to blow people's minds. But when Chip says we need 34 more gas stations, I've never heard Micron's impact brought home quite like that. Have you?
No, I have not. That was an interesting thing to hear from him.
34 more gas stations. Wow. Tegan Brown, live. Thank you.